Okay, I'm going to do another report here of the typical situation in Halifax. It's a bit windy, so I'm going to talk close to the microphone. You should be able to hear me just fine. What you see here is an old sidewalk that originally, a long time ago, was properly built with a rough surface, which is made out of rocks, which gives people traction when they're walking, and it gives wheelchairs traction. But what is the city doing? It's replacing that with this brand new asphalt, the concrete that is really, really slippery. And Halifax is full of hills. You would think they would know how to build sidewalks in this town. So now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to show you the condition of the sidewalks. You can never tell with a camera just how bad this is. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to zoom up the street and show you a few more things. But instead of fixing and replacing the whole sidewalk, they just do patches everywhere. And this whole sidewalk is like this. If you're a person walking, it's really hazardous. If you're a wheelchair rider, it's really painful, and it's also very hazardous. So I'm going to zoom in before these people come and walk on this area. And it's like this everywhere. This is typical of Halifax. I mean, I still can't understand how Halifax is the second oldest city in North America, and we've got the most terrible sidewalks and roads and infrastructure, the most disorganized, corrupt government. And the corruption is what's killing our city and it's what's killing our society, because the government doesn't listen to any of the people. Nothing gets done right. Everybody's on the take. All these corporations that get these contracts to do patches would rather do 100 patches than replace a whole sidewalk, because they can really make a lot of money on the patches. So, but the patches never get done right. When they put patches in, usually what happens, I'll go back over here and I'll show you this one. What they're doing everywhere in the city when they put these brand new patches in, they don't put any expansion material between the joints. Halifax is a northern climate that's very cold, and what's happening with all these new patches is that everywhere in the city they are lifting, cracking, and they're separating because there's no room for the concrete to expand. If you look at the lines that they put between the slabs of concrete, those lines are way too small. There's no room for expansion whatsoever. And these guys that do this now, they're all contractors, and they know exactly what they're doing. They know that if they don't build the sidewalks properly, it's just going to mean more work for them. And the city is bankrupt. It's not really bankrupt because of money. It's morally completely bankrupt. All you've got is a bunch of thieves and criminals, liars in the government. I mean, it's really disgusting. You're ever thinking of moving to Nova Scotia? The people that walk on the streets are generally pretty nice people. They have a nice smile and everything. They'll have really simple, idle conversations with you, but there's no depth of anything, nothing important, nothing matters. They don't talk about the sidewalks and being all busted everywhere. Nobody ever speaks up, nobody does what I'm doing. And this is why Halifax is just continuously deteriorating, and all it caters to is the corporate empire of corruption. Thank you for listening. Go to wheelchairrights.wordpress.com if you're interested in being enlightened to reality.